Lerato, your hand was up, or you wanted to give the round of applause? Okay. All right, I started the recording. I was saying before our guest introduces herself, let me check as to how many of you have been exposed to coding and robotics. Or maybe if you are using them, have you attended any training? Are you using coding and robotics in your teaching and learning space? Can I check how many of you? No one. But are you okay, Mabaleka?
I attended the workshop, but we are not using
Okay.
robotics at school. But I
So
have a clue about the robotics.
do you think it's something that you will want to use in your class?
I think yes.
Okay.
But we don't have resources, but we can use anything because I did attend, and yeah, some of the resources we can make them.
Okay.
Yes.
Manzini?
Afternoon, Prof.
Afternoon.
Sorry, I'm late. But yes, I've also attended a workshop regarding the robotics and coding, but we are not using it as in yet.
What are the reasons?
We don't have resources, but I think it will be good because we are working on my side. I'm working with learners with special needs, so for them to work with coding and robotics, it's a systematic thing that they can grab to remember for a long period than to just say things the way they are. So it's a good thing for learners with special needs, I guess.
Okay, so I'm going to challenge you to say after today's session, you need to go and start something. Let's hope the information from our presenter today will add value to the little that you know, and also for you to start instead of waiting for someone to give the resources. Mera Upala, over to you. I'm going to start sharing my screen as you are introducing yourself.
Thank you so much, Prof. Thank you so much for having me. And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good evening. I know very well that we are a global community of teachers. I mean, we are teachers without borders. We are not just South Africans alone here. We are all over. So thank you so much. I'm Putira Opala, the former principal of Pulamaribo Primary School in Mankweng here in Limpopo Province. Many people call me Techno Granny. Some call me Techno Gogo, GG Gogo, all those names around technology. And I embrace those names because they give me more energy to push up. Well, I emerged from a very rural, poor family background where I started my school in 1965. I'm a late boomer, by the way. I was born in 1958, a late boomer. So I started writing under the tree, using my index finger under the tree, learning on how to write. The rest is history. Today, I'm one of the renowned cloud teachers. From being under the tree to be on cloud. Those are some of the milestones that we will love our teachers to achieve because they are achievable. I retired 8 years back, but even though I retired, I'm not relaxed. Retired, but not relaxed. From my gallery space here at home, you can see my library corner here for the community where I'm staying. They use this gallery space to come and study whatever they want to study with some little gadgets that I've got, some books, Wi-Fi, everything, for them to move forward, for them to encourage them to embrace this digital learning. More especially that a lot of these children, they are very much competent in using the gadget. Sometimes when I teach them, they end up teaching me. They know better. So one thing that I'd like to share with you is that even though we were born in the late generations, we are to close the gap, to move towards where the Gen Z are, the Generation Z are, so that we are able to speak the same language with them. When they talk about programming, you know actually what they're talking about. Remember that Ma'am Angie Motshekga, before she left as a Minister of Education, she approved the coding and robotics in the CAPS curriculum statement. And things like unplugged coding like rangers and tanks and juicy gems, they are stated in the curriculum. Things like Scratch, Octo Studios, the tankers, they are there in the curriculum. But even though the Department of Education has not yet started rolling that mass rollout of training of teachers, let us push ourselves. It was stated in 2020 during SONA by the president to say coding and robotics in schools and what. We are in 2025. There's no training. There's no formal training that I've seen. Only schools that are willing to learn, self-driven teachers that are going all out and attend different seminars and webinars and trainings. Yes, it's possible. I too registered with University of Johannesburg and got my short learning program certificate in coding and robotics and also in artificial intelligence. That's the way to go. Let us not forget that as teachers, we are long life learners. We are long life learners. Why? Because every day we stand in front of those children. We are to be at par with them, where possible, ahead of them, so that we teach what is relevant to them. And remember that reading and writing is becoming very scarce. We are talking about creating, designing, generating. Why? Because inside designing, generating, creation, there's reading and writing inside. So there are a lot of things that is embedded in the coding and robotics. I don't know. Thank you so much, Prof. And thank you for giving me this time. And I'm going to use my cell phone. My laptop today is not user-friendly. I don't know what's wrong. A laptop, whenever I'm using a cell phone. Prof
No
will share
problem.
my screen. That side.
No
Thank
problem.
you.
Yeah. I'm sharing your presentation. I saw Victoria's
Yes,
hand
yes,
was up.
yes, yes.
Victoria,
Okay.
did you wanna ask something?
No, it was an old hand. Actually, I think I have a problem with network here. By the time you were asking whether we attended coding and robotics trainings or not.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yes, I
No
didn't.
problem.
I didn't attend any coding and robotic trainings. It was just some here and saying, and then I also checked on Google on what to do. But I'm currently implementing it, though it is not on my timetable. But I'm using the little time that I get during break time just to do the basics, to introduce my learners to the basics.
Okay. All right. Now
Yeah.
I'm going to give over to our Technogogo to take us through. We might really be privileged to have her in our midst. She's a celebrity. Like I said, I met the first time I heard her voice, she was being interviewed on radio, on a national radio, which is Tobela FM. And now I met her at Emperor's Palace. Then we connected because as we travel all over, we network. That's how today she's here with us. Your presentation is up. You will guide me as to when to go to the next slide.
Yes, to the next slide, Prof. Thank you. Yes, that's the summary of the route that I walked until I became a teacher. As I indicated earlier on that I started my school literally under the tree in 1965. Going up there, as time goes on, we were sheltered into a nearby shop. As time goes on, into a dilapidated farmer's house, and so on and so on. But today, I'm one of the cloud teachers. I'm one of the Skype master teachers by Microsoft from being under that tree as my primary school, my first class, to be one of the cloud teachers. It really takes some strength and perseverance to move on. I want to encourage you guys that everything is possible. Next slide, Pro. Now, those are the tools that we were using. From using the index finger on the ground to the slate, to the paper slate, to the collage, until to various digital teaching resources that we are using now. I can tell you that I can write an email just through my voice without touching the keyboard, just by using the voice and send the email. That's how far life has moved on. We need to move. We need to keep up with the pace. Next slide, Prof. Oh, what's happening?
I'm on the slide of TPEC model.
Okay. The TPEC model. There's the TPEC model there. Remember that as new teachers, we were told that teaching and learning is just about the content and how to teach that content. Pedagogy. I mean, pedagogy and content knowledge, let alone the T. As such, content and how to teach it, it was not that much exciting. A lot of things were manual, traditional, stagnant, not flexible. Life was a bit dull, and there was no integration of knowledge between the teacher and the learner. As learners, we were to absorb the teacher's knowledge and reproduce that knowledge during exam, during a classwork time. But as time goes on, after the introduction of technology, we had this acronym, the TIPEC model, where technology knowledge was integrated into these three circles, where we were encouraged to integrate the teaching resources and applications, especially for technology, into our daily teaching. Here in Limpopo, I still remember during the time of Dr. Aaron Motsoaledi, while he was still the Minister of Education here in Limpopo, he's the one who initiated MASTEC, Math and Science Technology College here. I'm one of the few principals who were taken there for training. And coming back, I trained all the teachers in the school yard. We were given tasks. Go for training, come back and train your teachers. Let your teachers go out and train other teachers. That's how we advocated this teaching and learning using technology in class, how it started. It was started by the then Dr. Aaron Motsoaledi. And I never looked back. From that time, as I remember, I was around late 38, 30 something, 36, 37. First time I touched the keyboard. From there, I never looked back since today. And I still say thank you so much to Dr. Aaron Motsoaledi for that initiative. It changed many people's life, including myself. We are global teachers because of his initiations. Another slide. Before we get to another slide, there is that. Hello?
Sorry about that. Yes,
Okay.
you are on. It's just colleagues who happen to unmute themselves. So yeah, we are on the slide of plugged coding.
Yes, there is a short link under the typec. Make sure that you open that Microsoft Forms short link, and let me get the pre-knowledge of coding and robotics from you. I'll check it later. Now, about CAPS, looking at coding and robotics being implemented, that is supposed to be implemented in class, actually. Even though a lot of schools haven't yet started. A lot of schools, they are inviting me. When I visit them, I find the new gadgets still in the box, in the safe, strong safes and all those things. When we try to open them, they lost memories, they lost everything. When you ask, when did you receive this? They will tell you some 6 and 7 years ago. Why are you not using? They said, we don't have skills. You know, schools have resources. They don't have skills. Hence, I'm saying the running of a mass training of teachers, sort of, it will help. So, but those who are eager to go forward, they've started using the unplugged coding resources like Rangers. Remember those tangible tokens, the Rangers and the tanks and the juicy gems. They are like tokens that you can slap them together and use your cell phone and screen on top of those slapped tokens. And you are able to read the movement of actually what is it that you formed. Coding doesn't depend on electricity, internet, and what and what. We have those resources that are unplugged, that are very, very, they have nothing to do with electricity, but only your cell phone and those resources. You can order them at, what do you call this, online shops. These online shops, you can order them 150 per pack if the department is not offering them. I'm available for training, to take your teachers for training, very much user-friendly. Anyone can code. Coding is not for the scientists. We are all scientists. We are all scientists. So science cut across everyone. Today we'll be looking on the Scratch. Besides Scratch, you can see there are tankers, there are Octo Studio, MakeCode Arcade, Grasshoppers, Khan Academy, a lot of them. Lego Mindstorm, the microbeats, there are a lot. And the next slide, Prof. Yes. Now, with coding, there are 3 ways of codes. By the way, to code is just to do what? How can I explain it in simple terms? To code. I mean, if I can ask, how do you prepare your breakfast in the morning? Okay, how do you make a cup of coffee in the morning? Do you start by plugging the kettle? You just plug the kettle, whether it has water or not, you just plug it on. There is a sequence. There's a sequence that you are following. Okay, you take the kettle, pour in water, put it on the plug and put it on. The water will get boiled. You prepare your cup, your sugar nearby, coffee, milk. Either you put milk and sugar and coffee first and stir. You know, those steps, that algorithmic kind of steps. There's a sequence and the algorithmic way of doing things. Actually, the life that we are living today is based on programming. We are living a programmed life. First thing first, there are certain things that you cannot do before the other things. So just to simplify it, it's not a difficult thing. You just have to follow the instruction, read, follow the instruction, and test as whether what you are creating, you are generating is working, and debug, to correct. You go back and correct and do it again and again. Designing, generating, creating. But while you're doing all those things, you are reading. You are reading and you are writing. So it's either you program through coding using letters, or JavaScript also use letters, and Python. But at the same time, what do you call it? Scratch is using blocks, where you are going to snap these blocks together, click them together to make an idea of what you want to create. The same thing with Octo Studio. So more especially for the beginners, because this coding and robotics is going to start from grade R, to 9. So R1, 2, 3, the foundation phase for the beginners and young learners. They use Scratch, they use Octo Studio, they use ranges, they use tanks, those unplugged ones. Before you can introduce them to the digital, to the plugged resources, start them with the unplugged resources before you introduce them to digital hardwares. The next, before you get to the next, by teaching them on how to code, they will be exposed to many vocabulary, new vocabulary, backdrops, sprites meaning characters. Sprites is just a scientific word. Codes, communication, collaboration, those are the skills. Creativity, those are the skills that our learners should acquire. Critical thinking, problem solving, and computational thinking. As teachers, we need to move forward. Now, I don't know if it's possible, in front of you, get to your search engine and get scratch.meet.edu. To your search engine, write scratch.meet.edu. If you haven't yet join with your credentials there. If you joined earlier on, just sign in. Or if you signed in earlier on, you will find yourself here. Am I too fast? Are you doing it with me? Oh yeah, I can see the thumbs. Yeah, you will find yourself here. There is this little famous kitty. There is this little famous kitten that we start by using it to make sure if we can be able to make it move. Animation. Remember that in the traditional way of teaching and learning, we used to use these big pictures on the walls with an animal, an elephant or a cat on the wall on a picture. It will stay there on the wall for years and years while learners are passing each and every class that pass through your class. They will find that cat on the wall, hanging there, not moving, not meowing, not wagging its tail, just like that. So today, the Z generation, they don't want to use poppies to learn. They don't want to use what? Things that are not living. They want to see lively things, animated things. As such, by looking at this interface of this scratch, you are able to see 4 spaces. On the left-hand side, there are different codes: the blue, the purple, the light purple, the yellow, the orange, the blue, the green, for operation, for sounds, for, motions, for looks, appearance, for variables, and for the blocks. And number 2 here, these are the blocks that you'll be snapping them together to make sense, to create what you want to create. The big space here in the middle is for you to create, you and your class to create whatever you want to create. For example, maybe the cat is here. I can still put this, okay. Oh, by the way, it won't allow me because I'm here. All right. By coding
It's
this cat.
okay. It's okay. I can bring the live on the screen, and then you can tell me what to
That's
do.
good. Yes. Let's get to the next screen, Dr. Prof.
All right. Before I thought maybe you need the live.
Yeah, the live. Yes. Let's get. Can you be able to click on the purple? The purple. There is this purple icon on the right-hand side.
I will have to be on the live.
On the live
one before. Yeah. Let me.
Okay.
Let me log in.
Log in first. Yes. While Prof is still logging, we've got different kinds of sprites, different kinds of characters that are suitable for learners to use to learn. They embrace all cultures, different kinds of languages, isiXhosa, Ndebele, Swazi. You can code in Sepedi, code in whatever language, code in whatever language. And there are different backdrops. Backdrops is like what? Curtaining, I don't know. Backdrops. Yes, can we? Yes, there is the cat. Now, can you press there is an icon, a purple icon on the far right below the cat down there. If you can browse a bit up, there are 2 purple icons there. The first one, yes, the first one, the middle one, yes, this one, the one which has the head of a cat, sort of. Yes, click that one. You click that one. You click it. Click it.
Yes, I did. It showed. It is showing a gallery. Yeah.
Yeah. These are various sprites, various characters. If you want to create a boy playing netball, or a ballerina girl dancing, or a bear moving, or whatever you want to create, if Prof can browse down, you will see a variety of sprites that will give learners an ample time to imagine. Imagine. It will trick learners' imagination that, what is it that I can create? Can I create my birthday cake? Can I create this? Can I create that? It gives, can I do this? It has a lot of sprites, a lot of characters. Can I write my name? Can I write my surname? Can I make my name be animated? Can I code my name and make it dance? It's so exciting. Next to those sprites, on the right hand side of the the sprites, there are backdrops. Yes, you press the backdrops. There are different kinds of backdrops. Environments. Where do you want your project to be created? Do you want to create a planet? Some few weeks back, we have seen the red moon. The red moon. We have seen the lunar, whatever those who are teaching geography. The resources are here. A lot of resources. For you is to guide those little ones to use these resources to form, to generate, to create, to design their project. I mean, those who are teaching geography, I mean, gone are those days where you're going to tell learners to say, you have seen the red moon last night. Take your book and summarize what is it that we have seen. Summarize. Tell them to design. Tell them to create. Tell them to generate. There are apps that enable learners to generate, to prompt. Teach them to prompt and generate, no longer summarize. Allow them to create, to use their creativity. That's where you will see their level of excellence. They are good in that. So can we, I don't know, can we try to make this cat move? Let us click on the, okay, let's get to, yes, yeah. Let's click event. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. For the fourth icon on the left-hand side, event. Let's see as whether we can make this cat move. You click event. After clicking event, you click when the green flag is moved. There is a green flag there. Click and drag. Click and drag the green flag and put it on the working space. That's good. That is the ignition of the car. I usually tell them it works like the car key. You should have an ignition where you're going to put in the car key and let the car start moving. Now, we have that start there. Okay, let me ask you, what is it? Because I said, allow learners to imagine things first. Let's give them space to imagine, to think, what is it that I can do? I'm also giving you just 1 minute to think, what is it that we can create about this cat? What do we want to see this cat doing? Can we make it move? Maybe if we can unmute and just for a while and just interact, guys. What do we want to see this cat doing? Oh, my class.
Colleagues, let's engage. Let's engage.
Yes, guys.
You can also type in the chat. Lerato, thank you.
Yes, you will see it that side, Prof. You want to see, Lerato, you want to see the cat doing what?
I think Ethel wants to see the cat dance, even though they say dance.
Okay, let's get to motion. Okay, before we get to motion, there is that costume next to the word code up there. On the left-hand side, there is code. There is code. Next to code, there is costume. You click that costume, or it has only 2 costumes. Okay, get to code. On the left-hand side up there, click that code up there. Yes. Now, go down and check costumes. 1, 2, 3, appearance. It says appearance or costumes. What does it say that side?
Costumes.
Yes, click it. Purple colors will come. Costumes, purple colors will come. No, to code up there, up there, on top of motion. Go back. Yes, code, click. Yes, get to, the purple color. There is costume. Costume, it will show A and B. Where is costume? There must be a purple costume which shows A and B. Can you see it?
There is next, they switch costume.
The switch costume to drag and put it in the middle next to, make sure that it slapped well with that when the green flag is clicked. Let it click well there. Can you see that those spaces go down? Those spaces, these two tokens get, Now, go and take or duplicate this block. Duplicate this block or go there and take another similar block like this. Come and click it here. Or duplicate this here. If you want to duplicate this, you just right click and it will get duplicated and you slap it there. Or you go back.
Okay, I can just duplicate.
Right click, double click, click, put it there. Let it, good, like this. Now, you can see costume 2 and costume 2. Sequencing. We should be able to see costume 1 and costume 2. Click there to have 1. Yes. Click, and let's have 1. Click there, yes, 1. 1.
I needed 1 to be on top.
On top of the sequencing. You can still drag it and put it on top of the, or you can still delete. Yes, put it on top. Yes, good. Yay, well done. We have 1 and 2. But between these blocks, there should be a waiting period. To get a waiting period, you get to control. Coding that is called control from your left-hand side. The left-hand side is very much important. The orange color, is it orange? I'm colorblind sometimes. Orange or you? Yes. You click it, you are going to find 1 second. Drag, click and drag that 1 second and put it in the middle of those purple blocks. Yes. Now, earlier on when I was talking, I talked about debugging. To debug is one of the scientific words that we use when we teach these young ones on how to code. That's why I say, in as much as they learn this, they gain vocab. Now, let's click the green flag and see as whether there's anything happening to that cat. Yes, you can. Yes, the first green flag that you clicked, Prof, is when you want to test one sprite that you are coding. Right here, we are trying to code the movement of a cat while dancing. Let's click that green flag. Is there anything happening? Is there anything happening?
We didn't put the movement. We didn't go to motion.
Well done. Well done, Prof. Let's get to the motion. Yes, it's very, very user-friendly. You can learn it on your own, very user-friendly. If you can just get a start on what is this, what is that, you can go far. Presently, I've created 87 projects. Get to motion, click and drag. The first one, the first motion with 10.
Okay.
Click and drag and put it. Can we put it? Yeah, let's put it there. and see what is happening. But reduce that number to 5. Just click on top of it and put 5 or 4. Take it and put 4 or 5. Are you there? No, put it there.
Yeah, I want to click, but it doesn't give me.
Oh, double click, Tata. Why it's so adamant? Tata and write 4. Okay, anyway, let's just use that number. But can you see that it's going away? Click and drag that block and slap it with the purple block there, so that we see actually what's happening. Yes. Can you see that the cat has made progress? But is it dancing or is it walking?
It's moving.
It's moving. Maybe if we want it to dance, because if it's dancing, it will go sideways like this. Go back to motion and click 10, 15 degrees to the right. And you click again 10, 15 degrees to the left. Click and drag, and drag them, click and drag them. Yes, there's another one to the left. We have to the right. The degrees, we are now on geometry. You can also reduce those degrees as whether how much you want to see those things. But between those blocks, let us have control. Control is very much important. The 1 second or 2 seconds between the blocks, so that each action is able to appear or to take place. Because if you play them simultaneously, you are not going to see what is it that happened. Go and get another control with 1 second and put it between 10 and move. Yes, you can also duplicate the nearest one and put it there. Yes. Yeah, click them together. This. Okay. Yeah. Take this block and put it in the middle of those two weights. In the middle. Yeah. And then wait. And then to the right. Yes. But let's check the cat. If you can look at this cat, below the cat, there are numbers. What do we call these numbers? There are numbers that will make this cat to be stable. When we coded the cat to jump or to jive or to do whatever, when we want it to do it again, it must start where it started. You can see minus 147 on the right-hand side, just below the cat. The X. Those who are mathematicians, unfortunately, I don't know mathematicians. The X and the Y exist. X is minus 147. Is it 147 or 167? Oh, I'm wearing glasses, but I'm still asking. Minus
147.
147. Yes, and the Y is 31. Can you see it? Okay, now let's go. Let's go to our codings and check as whether we will get those numbers. Those numbers, we are going to get them under motion. Click motion. Motion, under code, motion, up there. Let's check 147. Yes. Click and drag that 147, Y31. Click and drag it and put it Just under when the green flag is clicked. Up, 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 up. Yes, up. Yes. It's going to control this cat to remain at the same place if you want to play it. Can we play the cat? Let's put it on a test. Where is the green flag? When the green flag is clicked, what's happening? Okay, let us get to the loops so that we can see it well. We've got loops. Loops, where are the loops? Control, click control. Control, yes. Let's click forever. Drag and click forever. Where is forever? The control is yellow. It will be yellow in color. Control, yellow in color. Control, it will say, is it yellow or red? By the way, I'm colorblind.
There is orange.
It will say forever orange.
Is here. Where do I put?
Yeah,
where do I put forever?
Immediately below when the green flag. Yeah, just there. Put it there. Put it there. It will go. Put it there. Put it there. Put it there. Yeah, leave it. What did you see? All the blocks are now inside that loop. Let's play a cat and see what will happen. The dancing cat. Let's play it.
Wow.
When the green flag is clicked. Yeah. Okay, can we go and get the meow? Let's stop. When we want to stop it, we click red. The red dot. Let's go and get the meow. When you want the meow, down, on the left-hand side, down, under the codes, there is, down, there is a purple icon there, under the codes, not the blocks, on the left. Yes, go down, Prof, go down, Prof.
Yeah.
On the side of the codes, yeah, go down and see, there is this purple icon under my blocks. My blocks is red. That red dot on the left-hand side, citing at codes. Yes, right down. Go down. There is a purple icon. There's a purple icon under my blocks. So under my block, under the codes, not my blocks, the codes on the left-hand side. Yeah, go down.
Let me start here. Is the code?
Go down. Code,
then
yeah, go down.
Where do I go down? Here in the middle?
Oh, yes, you were on the right hand, under my blocks. Under the red, my blocks. Yeah,
my blocks is here.
There is purple icon just under. Oh God, Prof, you are missing it.
Yeah.
It's written there, Prof.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what.
Yes.
Thank you.
This one. Oh, this one is for the transitions. For transitions. Oh, go back. Click go back. And let's just go straight to the sound next to the costume. That costume, next to costume, there is sounds. I wanted to show you a lot of sounds. Yeah, click.
This is meow.
And then go down on the left-hand side. Can you see on the left-hand side down? There is an icon of a sound. It's written sound. Click where you are going to get the sounds, many sounds. Click. Sound. Yes. Search, if you don't want to search for a longer time, get inside that search engine and write cat, maybe. or write meow or write cat. Yeah, click it. Can you hear the meow? Is there meow? Is there any meow? Did you hear the meow?
Let me do this. They will hear it just now.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yes. Now, all right. Now, go back to the code. Up there. Go and click code. Code. Then, under sounds, 1, 2, 3, sounds. Sounds, is it purple? Is it what? Light purple? Hey, under. Did you click under in the sounds?
Yes.
Go,
Next
go
to
where they say
costume.
code.
Oh,
Code,
you
code,
mean
code.
sounds here.
Yeah, and sounds there. Then you will see recorded. Click and take the recorded one, the first one, the recorded one.
Okay.
Can you see it? The first one, it says meow. Put it up there next to X and Y. Up there. Between X and Y. Or you can put it anywhere where we want to hear our cat meowing. Yes, you can direct. Yeah, put it there. Yes.
It's
now
fine here.
let's click. Yeah, let's trial and error. We must allow our learners to test. If I put it here, what will happen? If I put it there, what will happen? Let's click the green flag. And what's the cat doing? But where's the walking? Oh, can you see that if you put the meow on top of everything, it stops all the movement. Now, put the meow on the last block.
But it's moving and
It's
also
moving.
making sound. Yes. Look at it. Look at it.
Yes, okay.
The legs are moving and it's also
the legs are
meowing.
moving there. Yes. You know what? The cat as it is, there are a lot of literacy in this lesson, lot of mathematics, lot of art, lot of, you know what? There are a lot of things that are inside coding. Learners will enjoy it.
Okay.
So I encourage you guys to go and start, please, please, please.
I have a question.
Yes, Prof.
Maybe the teachers also will ask for themselves. When I'm seeing this, I see that it is mostly, you can say it's mostly relevant for the primary school learners. So what about the high school learners?
Yes, for the high school learners.
Some for high school learners?
Yes, we have some for high school learners. I've got it here on my laptop. It's called Lego Mindstone. Lego Mindstone, where, remember when we were still young, we were using the mortar bricks, mortar bricks, using them as cars, driving them like this on the ground. Today we have electric bricks that we are using in the Lego Mindstone. Those are programs for higher classes where you instruct them to move the car, to put the car in the garage, to reverse it, to touch the red. You know what? Very interesting. This one is for the primary school, more especially foundation phase. Even for intermediate, but for senior phase going up, Lego Mindstone, Octo Studio, you know, even this scratch, as it is, as it seems this is for the young children, you as a teacher, you can be innovative enough. You can give them a task based on this CAD. Whether you are teaching mathematics, instruct them to make this CAD to move in circles, at least 10 circles, where this cat is going to make circle like a spiral circle. Busy drawing the spiral circle, or move it in triangle. It depends on the level of innovation of that teacher. But for higher classes, yeah, Lego Mindstone, Lego Spike, and all
Okay.
those things.
There's a question.
Now, you can say, yes.
There's a question about learners with special educational needs.
Yes. Which kind of special educational needs? Are they a lack of sight?
Clint, maybe you can unmute and clarify. Clint, may you kindly unmute and clarify the kind of special needs? Are you able to hear us? She just said learners with special educational needs senior, but we're not sure because special needs, we have a variety, isn't it? We might have learners with intellectual disabilities. We have learners with visual impairment, learners with autism, learners with different syndromes, physical disabilities. Yeah, I think maybe it's better to, but maybe just mention the ones that you know that are for learners with special needs.
I haven't studied I don't have skills for learners with special needs, but what I've observed with my community kids here, when I'm using the unplugged resources, the Rangers tokens, where they are to click those tokens together to build something, learners who seems to be shy, who seems to be on their own, they become free. I don't know as whether that is one of the special needs. There are some learners who just come here at my place just because the parent says, go to your granny to go and teach you. It's Saturday, go for that 2-hour teaching. So she will come here and sit there, but those kind of learners, I usually give them the unplugged resources and they become open and start laughing. Well, I don't know much about those with severe special needs, like, all those things. I haven't studied for that. Most of the time, I work with the mainstream learners. Unfortunately, I don't have the knowledge. I'm sorry. My apologies.
Okay. No, she's saying she's having a problem with her mic, and but she's teaching severely intellectually delayed learners with severe intellectual disabilities. Maybe it's something that we will need to go research, but my recommendation for now is that the ones that she has been mentioning, the coding programs that Mera Opala has mentioned, can you go and explore them, because you know your learners better, and then you will be able to see what can be really suitable for your learners. It's quick for one who is not really in the field to recommend, but the person who is the end user might experience that tool differently. But it's
Yes.
something that maybe next week we might come back with an answer. But in the meantime,
Yes.
just explore them and see which ones you can relate with. Ibrahim?
That's good.
Hi, ma'am. I'm sorry. Would it be fine to suggest Scratch Junior then for children that are maybe just intellectually impaired? Because then the instruction on Scratch Junior is much more simpler than Scratch
You are
itself,
right.
like
You are right.
introductory.
You are right. You are 100% right. The Scratch Junior is more user friendly. It will actually suit those kind of learners. You are right, ma'am. Thank you so much for that answer. You are quite right. Yes.
Thank you. Like I said, we are just recommending, and Flint is the one who knows the learners better. And it is worth a try to just go and try with them.
Yes.
I remember when I was still a teacher, there were some programs that were introduced back then. One of them that I remember, it was called Clicker. It was
Yes.
tested with learners with severely, I think that school is for learners with what? The school by the name of New Hope here in Pretoria.
Yeah.
If anyone knows about it, there was a program called Clicker, the other one I forgot. So as I was clicking here, I was reminded of that program, but it was used a long time ago, in the 2007, 2008, up until 2010 back then.
Good.
I don't know if other colleagues are aware of that. I'm going to also check if they still exist. Those were the programs recommended for learners with special educational needs. Some of them, they would use the mouse pin which was put on the head. For learners who cannot use their hands, they would just move their head, and then when they click, they will point at the screen with the head, and then it clicks. When they move the mouse, they move the head. So yeah, there are programs. Maybe we need to just do little research. Maybe next week I can share with you some I used to work on when I was still a teacher, but since I left there many years ago, I believe things have evolved. Back then, this coding and robotics were not there, but for learners with special needs, there has been programs that were used, especially those who cannot speak, those with uh, uh, physical disabilities who could not use their hands, especially. But we will check.
That's good. That's good.
Mera Opala, thank
Yes.
you so much. Let's give her a round of applause. I think some of us,
Oh, maybe, daughter, save it for future use. Just inside the untitled. That's right. Kitty's movement, and share it and save it, so that next time when you want it, you're going to find it under your name.
all right. Okay. Thank you
Yes,
so much. Thank
it's
you so much.
amazing.
I also learned something, because for me, since I'm at the institution of higher learning, I've been using the Python even last week, last week, Friday and Monday, and this week, Monday, we were using a Google Lab to do
Yeah.
programming. Yeah. So I see now I have to go down to this level because I work with teachers most of the time. But with us, yes, we use Python. I saw it, you listed it here. We were using Python and Google Colab to do our programming. Okay.
Can we go down some? There are some few slides, very important slides that I want teachers to note.
Okay.
Yes.
I think we were here.
Yeah, this one I
did
talked
this one.
about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the spiral we talked about. Yes.
Even here,
even this one, yes, we talked about it. You'll go and do it. And that model, there is this summer model that is very much important after this one. Get to the next one, the SAMR model. If you have already moved from traditional teaching and learning to modern, you will realize that you have done something about this model. The S stand for substitution. I'm sure in your class, you have substituted a lot of things, starting with your blackboard, your green board. Substitution. Augmentation, adding new features to improve the task. That cat, today the cat is moving. It's no longer the cat that will stuck on the wall for the rest of its life. Modification, task change with the use of tech resources. We are now able to change the learning resource to suit what we want to teach our learners. Modification, redefinition. We redefined our teaching and learning through tech resources. We are busy doing that. This model is very much important and very encouraging. And then the next slide, that learners development plan. We want to see that river of knowledge. The next slide, it talks about the river of knowledge. A lot of time we talk about speaking, reading, writing, and less of counting. Whereas when we talk about coding, robotics, and e-sport, all these four concepts are inside these three. They are in coding, they are in sport code, they are in robotics. Instead of teaching learners them separately like that. But for you to teach learners to be able to move with that river of knowledge, you have to upskill yourself. The next slide. Upskill yourself. Move up the ladder of change. If you remain where you are, you will remain where you are. The wheelbarrow mentality is no longer an option. Whether education department is doing that or that is not doing that, let alone them. You move yourself, drive yourself, be a self-driven teacher. Now, for pre-evaluation, the next slide, I've got a Padlet link. There is a link there through Padlet. If you don't use the link for Padlet, you can screen that QR code and give feedback, guys. Isn't that we are to collaborate and exchange ideas? There's that Padlet link. Give feedback, that or QR code, screen it, and do it like that. Of course, the last slide, I'd like to challenge you that this is the slide, the last one. This is the slide that made the work that made me to receive the Order of Baobab by the president of the country, Ntate Cyril Ramaphosa, for redefining teaching and learning through technology tools long before technology was on fashion, some 18 years back. I've got this scroll with a citation on signed by him and the medal, and I'm busy teaching outside the system. Every day I've got something to do. I've got a purpose to wake up. I don't just sleep like that. I get into the bath and put my everything, brush myself, and be on the screen and work. No one is paying me unless you invite me to your schools. Yes, you have to pay me for petrol and accommodation, what and what. Thank you so much. Thank you, Prof.
Thank you, thank you. Let's give her a round of applause. And I love the fact that you are motivating our teachers here by just showing your age. How old are you? You are supposed to be resting. People your age are enjoying themselves, maybe just loafing around, but you are having purpose. And I believe even most of the teachers who are here, the skills they are acquiring, they will motivate them to share. With technology, colleagues, you cannot say you know technology for yourself. Once you know something and you start teaching others, that's where you learn it more, and that's where the skill will grow in you. But if you know something and then you keep it to yourself, before you know it, you know nothing. Even this coding program we were showing today, come next week it might have been upgraded, and while you thought the purple color was this, then it changed. It's no longer what you saw before. So it's important that you use technology, you share, you teach others. In that way, you will be learning. Merau Pala, thank you so much. I don't know if you will want to stay, because I'm going to share virtual laboratories, how to create classrooms, and also how to teach in a virtual laboratory. Okay,
Yes, I want to stay, Prof.
I'm going to stop sharing. Okay, before I stop sharing, please scan this QR code. I'm also posting this in the chat. I just posted it in the chat. You can click or you can scan this QR code. So that I'm going to share another screen just now for my presentation.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay. And if you have questions, colleagues, you are welcome to ask questions while I'm opening my presentation. No questions? No comments? Okay, why did I choose to share with you the virtual laboratories? It is because we have subjects that require laboratories. However, today you will also learn that in the virtual laboratory, we don't only focus on STEM subjects. STEM meaning science, maths, technology, engineering, and mathematics. But you are able to teach anything in the virtual laboratory. The laboratories, the traditional laboratories we know, they is where, for example, you'll be doing your physics, chemistry, biology experiments. But these virtual laboratories, they extend to other subjects. You can teach anything in them. But we do have virtual laboratories that specifically focus on math, science, and technology. So after I learned the concept of virtual lab, maybe it's because I'm also from Limpopo, just like our Technogogo, I'm from Limpopo. And I went to high school. I did mathematics and science. My major subjects were biology, physics, and chemistry. And we didn't have a laboratory. I remember one day we had to travel to one of the high schools, which was a boarding school. It's called Guardian Angels in Glencowie. It is not too far from my village, but you had to use 2 taxis to get there, so that we can go see just one experiment of acids and base. And then we came back. That was it. And you can imagine in the textbook of chemistry how many experiments are in there. And it was also difficult for teachers. I believe when you are a teacher and at your school, there is no laboratory and you have to teach, you have to perform experiments, it's really tough. But if you are that teacher today, your problem is solved because you can do all the experiments virtually. Even more, you can be able to create your own, and you can be able to use others that have been created by other teachers around the world. There are simulations as well. There are videos, there are lessons, there's a lot. So I did a little research on this virtual labs, and I also found that we have virtual labs for our STEM subjects, where if, for example, you want a laboratory for physics only, that's where you can look at. We've got FET simulations. It's one of the common virtual laboratory, which, as you can see on my screen, it appears for every subject. But like I said, later on, you will see that even other subjects other than these science subjects, you can be able to teach in the virtual laboratory. So these are some of the common virtual laboratories. It's not all of them. I just chose a few that are really common. And I also conducted my research by looking at who developed the virtual lab, which subjects does it cover, and what is the target audience, and also looking at the key features, its strengths and its limitations. I did this to save you time. So when you want to make a choice of which one to explore, already you will be knowing the strengths and the limitations. For example, with the FET virtual lab, it's a free and it's open. You can use it even without paying for the license. However, it is less focused on realistic lab environments. So most of the information you get from it is simulations, and it doesn't integrate with a learning management system. When I say learning management system, I refer to systems like Moodle, like Blackboard, Canvas. Those are learning management systems. Even Google Classroom is a learning management system. Teams Classroom is a learning management, but those are learning management platforms. The systems are Moodle, Canvas, Blackboard. Those are systems. But we also have platforms like Google Classroom, Teams Classroom. So this is its main limitation, because when you teach, sometimes you want something that you can just plug to your learning management system so that you don't have to come out of your learning management system. Next week, I'll be showing you the Moodle platform as the learning management system, to say when I talk of things that are plugged in, something like H5P. H5P is plugged inside Moodle. It's a tool that assists you to create interactive activities. You can create interactive quizzes, interactive videos and stuff. So I will be showcasing it next week. But for now, I was giving an example to say when we say it lacks LMS integration, what do we mean? What is LMS? All right. So we have another one which is called Labster, which was developed by Labster APS. So it covers a range of STEM subject. And this one is also good for high school, college, and university. I'm sure you've seen the previous one, the FED. You can even use it to the primary school because other countries, when they say middle school, they refer to the primary school like intermediate phase, grade 4 to 6. That's the middle school in other countries. So this one is suitable for high school and the tertiary level. So the big limitation about this one is that it requires subscription, meaning you have to pay if you want to use it. And usually when it comes to technology, I used to say when you pay subscription, it's like you getting married. There's a song that says, take time to know her. So if you don't take time to know your technology and you just get into marriage with it, you enter into the marriage by buying the subscription. What if it doesn't give you what you want? It's like now you meet a partner today, then you get married. In 2 days' time, you realized I just married uh, someone that is not the person I was looking for. So we are avoiding that. So we prefer softwares which you can take time to know them without subscription and then subscribe later. But the good thing about it, it has got realistic lab environments. It mimic the real world experiences. So that is something very good about it, and it can give you the data analytics. When they talk of data analytics, is where as a teacher you are able to check the participation of your learners and also learners who need your support. Someone's microphone is on and is causing a disturbance. It's Matema. Let me disable it. All right. Okay, then the other one is called Gizmos, Exploring Learning, Gizmos. Gizmos, it also, you can use it for your primary school learners up to high school, grade 3 specifically to grade 12, and it covers maths and science. So what is mostly important about this Gizmos is that it's designed for classroom use. And it has got some lessons that you can integrate, and there's differentiated support, meaning if you want to support learners with barriers to learning, this is your virtual lab. But it has got very less emphasis on realistic lab simulations, and it also requires subscription. We've got this one, Lab Exchange. I'm going to come back to it again later, the Lab Exchange. What is good about the Lab Exchange, although they say is good for high school and post-secondary, for me, when I went in and explored it further, I realized you can use it even for primary school learners or even for any other learner. And it is free. It doesn't require any subscription. That is a very good thing about it. And you are able to integrate it with your professional development content, meaning even when you are training teachers like the district officials, this is the lab that you can use for professional development. A person like you, Technogogo, you can use a lab exchange, especially when you are empowering the teachers. But as compared to Gizmos, it has got smaller subject range. But when I checked it against FET, lab, I noticed that Lab Exchange has got more variety than FED. Then we've got Prexi Labs. Prexi Labs is also good for high school. When we say vocational learners, is for the TVET. And I believe most of the time we do have TVET lecturers in our space, and even the universities, you can use it. So it has got smaller simulation catalog as compared to Labster and Gizmos, and it requires a subscription for full features, meaning if you want to use the free version of it, it's fine, but it will not give you the full access. So it also focus on accessibility in underserved regions like Africa, regions like Limpopo, KZN, where there is under services, and it supports multilingual and multimodal learning, and it has got strong support for blended and remote education. I believe majority of us, what we do nowadays is blended. We are blending technology with our face-to-face, and this Prexy Lab can be good for you. But what I'm saying is go and explore them. Don't get married yet. Go and jola with them and see if they are your girls or your boys. So I made a summary table after my little research so that it becomes easy for you when you just want to see what each offers. So FED is free access, but it lacks LMS integration. As you can see, Labster, it has a trial, and you are able to integrate it with the learning management system, even Gizmos. So Lab Exchange, you can't integrate it, but it's totally free. That's what I like about it. Even FED is totally free. And then I also just gave one word for the strength. So I'm ending this presentation so that I can show you the practical lab exchange. I loved the lab exchange, and then I went into it. Okay, let me do this. And I'm sure you see how we write it is lab X change. If it doesn't have X, is not the one. This is the lab exchange. You know what drew my attention to it? It was when I saw South African flag and when I saw caps. And I was like, wow, something that is talking to me and my country. So you can see that it has got our caps, grade 10, grade 11, and grade 12. So you are able to get some life science and physical science. Then when you want to search, you see here, I didn't log in yet. Like when you search for it, you can even just search for it for Lab Exchange and see, you will land on this. So you are able to search for material even though you haven't signed up yet. When you sign up, it now opens a whole lot of other material and activities. So but when you didn't log in, you can see it limits you to life science and physical science, grade 10, 11, 12, and then you can find resources. Let's see which resources we can find before we even log in. So there it is. It gives us the life at a molecular cellular tissue level. These are the resources that you can get. It has got modules. So I don't know if we have biology or life science teachers here. And we have also for physical science, even grade 10, 11, and 12, you can have material. So you can even just click to check what that material is. Here are some of those materials. So this one you can see is integrated into FET as well. If you want to check it into the FET lab, you can. And they when material are created, some people, they indicate their names, or if it's created by an organization or another lab, that is also indicated. So you are welcome as a teacher to also create your material and then you share in the lab. It's up to you whether you want to share with the whole world or you just want to share with the learners or the students you are teaching. So these are some of the material that you can get access to even before you sign up to this virtual laboratory. So now you see why I fell in love with it. Now I'm going to log in because I already created my login details. So I have now logged in. When you log in, you will see that there is this curriculum, the South African curriculum, and there's also a library. In the library, you get a whole lot more. You will get a subject area. When you click on the subject area, you will see that I'm going to scroll down a little bit. There is a lot. I want to scroll these ones. Here are the subject areas. As you can see, I'm scrolling, and then we also have some background knowledge down there. We've got videos, we've got sources to say where other material come from, and then there are some popular texts. I believe Mr. B at some stage talked to you about the text, how they work. When you tag, like in Facebook, when you tag someone, that person will be able to see the post that you have posted, and when people are responding on that post, you will also see if you are tagged. Just hold on 2 seconds. Sorry about that. So these are the tags. For example, when they have tagged atmosphere, it will mean there could be information that is related to atmosphere. And here they are like maybe 201. It can be topics or sentences that relates to atmosphere. On the tag, you can click when you are searching for something and you want to get there quicker. For example, if I click atmosphere, it will now give me all the activities that contain atmosphere in them. As you can see, this one is about gases. Obviously, there will be atmosphere there. So I was just sharing with you to say the subjects covered here is not only maths, science, and technology. As you can see, we have economics. We have prepare for careers, meaning if you are teaching guidance or life orientation, you can use this lab because we have also prepare for careers. We've got educator skills. That's what I was talking about. Say if you are a district official, you want to support the educators, this is where you can be. But we also still have maths, science, and technology. So another good thing that I loved about this lab is that you are able to create a classroom inside it. As you can see, today's topic is about creating an online classroom. So you are able to create a classroom inside this virtual lab where it says my classes, and you can create more than one classroom. Already I created two as I was showing people. And you know what is irony is that this product, this lab, it was created by Harvard University, but they are marketing it in South Africa because they know that We as South Africans, we love consuming. We don't like creating, as Merao Pala was emphasizing, to say, let's teach our learners to create, to design, to be innovative, so that in future, when we have a technological tool or software, we should see South Africa here. We shouldn't be seeing Harvard, but having something that is meant for South Africans, but not created by South Africans. As you can see, their marketing strategy is very clear. They targeted South Africa, and they knew when we see this, we're going to just jump and want to use it. So creating a class in here is very easy. You just click on create new class, and you give your class a name, and you can give it a subject. On the subject, you are able to choose from this list here, and then you can describe your class, and you can put an image if you want to. And if you have other teachers that you are teaching with, you can add them here. You can add your co-educators, because it's good when you are teaching one subject and then you share the online classroom, so that you also post material together. I'm not going to create another class. I'm just showing you when you create, you're going to have a name of your class, the subject, the description. You upload a nice image if you want to, and your teacher. The main important part is this one. You choose how many learners you want to include in this lab. It takes up to 300 learners. There's no classroom in South Africa with 300 learners. Even if the classroom is overcrowded, I believe it can be 100 or less, unless if I'm less informed on that. If the status quo has changed, can I be corrected if there's a classroom that has got 300 learners? So this means, as a teacher, if you teach maybe 3 classes, and one class have 70 learners, the other one have 50, the other one have 45, you can mix them in one class if it's the same subject, but also you can create many classes, as I indicated. As you can see here already, I created 2. You can create many classes. So what is good is that there is content in this lab, but you can create your own content. That is why here there is my content. So your content, you can create it by clicking add a new content, where you can create questions, you can create audio, narrative, images, you can upload documents, you can upload teaching guides, videos. So there's a lot that you can do on your own. And also, you are able to just choose from the material that is there in the library. So I'm just going to go to one of my classes that I created here. I wanted to work with my master's and doctoral candidates to upload the chapter guides. If you can see this material, I put the guide in there, and then this is the guide. When you click there, the guide might go into your downloads, and so that you view it. So here also is the full copy of the document, and it shows you that it is available in here in the lab exchange. So you can even just view it from the lab itself. So if you want to go through the guide, you are able to click there. And then this is the guide that I created. So I was I wanted to teach them about characteristics of the effective research title. It's like a lesson that I have created in here, as you can see. But when you also want to source the simulations and the other material that have been created, that is when you will go to the library and then you choose the material. I'm just going to ask you now to say, think of any material that you might want me to take and put into one of the classes. In here, we've got pathways, we've got clusters, we've got simulations, interactives, videos, and text. These are the stuff that you can create, and I just dropped the menu down. There are also question sets, there are images, there are case studies, there are teaching guides. I'm going to click each one so that you see when they say a pathway, what a pathway is. So these are some of the pathways. So this one, they say it outlines the process of genetic engineering with focus on gene clothing. So there are variety of these pathways, but if you are not a science teacher, it might be difficult to follow these pathways. However, a pathway you can design for any subject. It doesn't have to be only in science. You are able to, I remember when I started to work with open educational resources, I used to create pathways for open educational resources. So a pathway you can create for any subject. And then we have clusters. These are the clusters. Like this one, they say introduction to chemistry, core concepts in biology, introduction to physics. So you can see these clusters, majority of them, they are introduction to something. Maybe let's click this one of biology and see what they mean. This is the information, and these are the tours they take you through if you want to learn about macromolecules, if you want to learn about water, and this is where you will get the information, and then you can go back to the cluster. As you can see, with the cluster, they clustered this information, but you are able to go through them one by one. And they also show you who created. Hence, I was saying, as a teacher, you are also able to create your material, you upload in this lab, and then you choose how you publish it. You publish it for the public, or you put it in private, just like when you use YouTube. You can make your video in the YouTube unlisted, or you can make it public. So here I was showing you the clusters, and then let me go back. We also have simulations. Simulations are just like experiments, because they are experiments that are done virtually. If you are doing an experiment virtually, there will not be any dangers. Like even if there are explosions, the explosion will be virtual. It will not harm anyone. And since in this lab, you are able to create your own, it means even for foundation phase, those little experiments that we do for foundation phase learners, you can be able to create your own. And as you saw here, we've got videos. You can still have a video that you upload in this lab. Here are the videos. People have created videos doing something. And I just want to go to the interactives as well. I'm just showing you, and you will get time to explore and check this information out. These are the interactives. Most of them, they are for science, of course, and this is the text where the information is mainly in the form of text. If you come to text, it means you will be reading most of the time. The information is about text. Here they talk about the coronavirus outbreak. Let's just click on it and see. You can see this is text, is information. They are giving us the background about coronavirus. I think we are even forgetting this picture, but in 2020, this picture was very popular. So I'm just going to go to one of the simulations and show something very good about this lab exchange. This is a simulation. Once you decided that you want this simulation, or even if it's a video or an interactive, if you want to add it to your class, this is where you come. And you are able to create your own pathway where you can assign this to your pathway. Suppose I want to add this to my class. When I click assign to class, it will show the classes that I have. I have these 2 classes. Then I will choose the class that I want to assign it. So it's either you create or you go through the lab, you choose one, and then you assign. So with the simulation, once you want to check out the simulation, you go start the simulation. I'm going to also show you that the simulations, some of them have got levels. You will have your level 1, level 2, level 3. And then once you start, that's where you get the information to say there is a context, there is a material, there's predictions, there's protocol, there's results, there is a reflection. So this will give you an idea when you want to create your own simulation. To say, first, I need to give a context. This is the context of, although the context is a bit complicated because it's scientific, but your context, it will not be complicated. Like what we were doing in coding and robotics, Meraupala, you can have a context of that cat to say your context is, I want to get a cat dancing, or I want to get a cat that will talk and walk. We just had a cat that was meowing. Maybe we can say we want a cat that will talk. We give that context. Then we're going to get the material. What are the material that we need? In terms of that robotics, then you will specify to say from your code, what is it that you're gonna need? From the sound, we're saying we want the cat that speaks. It means we're no longer going to be looking at the sound of the cat. We will look at an audio because we're going to allocate that speech to the cat. It will be as if the cat is talking. Have you seen on TikTok nowadays, you will find that there's a little baby that might look like a politician, and the baby will be talking exactly like that politician and something that the politician has said. Have you seen that? Some of those we even share on our WhatsApp status and stuff. So that is coding and robotics. Someone just coded that so that then they extracted that speech of a politician. And then when you are even looking at the mouth of that little girl or little boy, it seems as if indeed is President Ramaphosa speaking. So meaning the very same exercise we did earlier on with the cat, we can make that cat to speak. You can even take what I'm saying now and put it to that cat, and then it will be as if the cat is saying exactly what I'm saying. So this is where, when you saying you put the material. So I'm just trying to show you that in the lab, everyone can do anything that they want. And then what will be the predictions? If it was with that cat, we will put our predictions to say this cat, as it speaks, the mouth should resemble, or it should be convincing that the cat is the one speaking the words. And what will be the protocol? How are we going to set it up? You remember Merao Pala was telling me, put this one between what? Put this one between that. Put that one underneath. That is the protocol that is needed when we are creating that. And then once you are done with the protocol, then we can start the simulation. Or here, even if we go next, let's start the simulation and see. This is the simulation. The first instruction is set the water bath temperature. So people who are doing science, they will know what to do here. But in case of what we were doing earlier with that coding of us, we will know that we put this first, then follow this one. When we need the sound, where do we go? Just like when they ask you about the water temperature, you will know where do you set the water temperature, and then you add the competent cell with those instructions. Remember, Merao Pala was just giving me the instructions. They were not written somewhere. So when you bring them to the lab, we are going to be writing them. Then I will know if I want to make the cat dance and speak, this is what I need to do, followed by this, followed by that. That will be the protocol. And then we go through all the steps of the protocol until the end. Here is the information, and then you can go to the results. Then you see the predicted results, the actual results. And then the good thing at the end, there is a reflection where your learners now can answer questions. Colleagues, I know what I'm showing you now might seem very irrelevant to you, but let's not focus on the content. What I'm showing you is that in your own context, you can be able to create something similar depending on which subject you are teaching. But if you are teaching science, maths, technology, life science is even better, because you can come and check out the material. The ones that you feel they are most suitable, you just assign to your class. You create a class here, you let your learners to join this class. I'm just going to show you how your learners will join your class in the lab. But before I even go there, I know I've been overloading you with a lot of information. Let me pause and check if you have questions so far. Any questions, any input? Do you think you can use it in your class? Were you having any ideas as I'm showing you? Okay, Paleo, the good thing is we are recording. You will catch up with the recording. Aus Florence, can you just maybe share a little bit when you're saying yes? Let's hear. What do you think you can do with this virtual lab?
Hi, Prof. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, just by looking at it, obviously, because I'm not at the school level, I'm a lecturer myself. and I deal with work integrated modules. So obviously, when I'm looking at this, on the right hand side, the way it has like the bullet points of things, it makes me excited because in one of my modules, this is how I lay out my workbooks as well. So I think, yeah, having to go and explore such, it will like make my classroom even more exciting.
Very good. And the work integrated learning in what context or field?
In education. So your
Okay.
teaching practice modules.
All
Yes, your
right.
teaching practice
So
module. Yes.
so you see that you can even the context can even be a classroom where there are learners with special educational needs. You can put that context to say
Mm,
you are a teacher. Now you are going to be teaching. The classroom is full of 70 learners. 20 of the learners are
yeah.
learners with special educational needs. And then you can even specify what are the material that you're going to need to teach such learners.
Mm,
And if for
mm,
example, your context here is you have this classroom, now you want to teach it hybrid. You want to use technology as and as well as you are being in the class. So when we come to material, it will mean what technological material are you going to need? Which softwares are you going to need? Which material when you are in class? Do you need a PowerPoint? Do you need a data projector? Do you have a smart board? Those are the material. Then what are your predictions? Because when you give activities, chances are, if you have the multi-skilled, multi-abilities in the class, obviously there will be learners who might not grasp quickly your written text if you are giving instructions in written text. There are those who will also struggle to understand your verbal instructions. So how are you going to cater that? So those are some of the predictions you can put for your student. How are you going to accommodate a learner who struggles to understand the text, who maybe struggles with the verbal instructions, because there will be those who
mm,
need pictures for them to now understand better. Then what is the protocol? How are you going to go about this lesson? How are you going to introduce it, present it, assess it, and all that? And then your protocol, obviously, it will have some steps. If it's a foundation phase class, maybe I'm going to start with a song. I'm going to start with a story. Then what is the next
mm,
step? So you get the context I'm giving now.
mm.
Hence,
Yes, Prof. Thank
I
you.
said to you at the beginning, you will see that the lab is not only for science. It's just that, yes, the examples that are there mainly are for science, but let's contextualize this in our own spaces, especially that we are given an opportunity to create our own classes. So once you have created your class like that, I'm just going to go to this one. If you want to let learners come in, you are able to uh, share the code. You just copy the code. Like if I copy this code now, and then I put it in this, you will have to go to the web browser and go into Lab Exchange, and then you will go into the class. Then you will use the code to enter the class. It's very simple. You can even share the code on WhatsApp with your learners, or you can, while you are in the class, you just show the code in front there. You don't even need the email addresses of your learners. Just you give them the code, they go into Lab Exchange, they enter your class. Very simple. Unlike other platforms where maybe you're going to need email addresses of your learners. So colleagues, we are over with 2 minutes, but I believe the information we shared today, it added some value to you. And then I'm going to open up this, as you can see here, designing online classrooms. Merao Phala, I'm going to share your link again in here. I'm going to design another section for the coding and robotics so that colleagues can comment on your presentation. Then there is some activities that I'm going to open here. Next week, we were supposed to do integrating artificial intelligence with Mr. Wright, but I just wanted to share with you how you can design interactive videos. When we say interactive videos, we mean a video which a learner does not just sit and watch. A video where a learner can be watching and answering questions on the video and also be able to pause and go and read something and come back to the video. That is an interactive video, but I'll be showing it next week. Then after next week, we can start with AI. I know AI is something that most of you are looking forward to. But next week, I just want to show you the creation of interactive videos using H5P in the learning management systems. Any questions, colleagues, or any input? No questions? Did we confuse you? Colleagues, you should be able to say if we have confused you. Hello.
Good evening, Prof. I'm thanks that I can connect from Namibia. And my question is that I missed some of the presentation from our guest speaker tonight. I'm not sure what I have to do. Was it after a post assessment and that QR code that we need to do? I've missed out that part.
I will share it in the class, the QR code, the link. It's just to give her feedback. But since you say you have missed some of the information, you will have to watch the recording first. I'll put the recording here. Here is there's a recording for the where it says workshop recordings. There are 8 workshop recordings already. So I'll put the 9th. So before you even comment, go through the recording, which I'm going to put here, and then you can now comment.
Okay, thank you, Prof. And I've sent you an email that I couldn't connect, but when I pressed on the link, I was luckily in. I was panicking.
Okay.
But thank you so much,
All right.
Prof. Thank you.
All
Goodbye.
right. I'm sorry. Maybe I was already talking here. That's why I didn't see the email.
Okay. Thank you, Prof.
Right. Colleagues, any other question? Right. See you next week.
Thank you so much, Prof. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye, Merao Phala. Thank you so much.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.